For today's video, we're going to discuss why you should join a trade school versus doing college. I am such a hater on college. It's true. But in all seriousness, I love people who go to college. I have a lot of friends who have graduated and they are very successful. But then I also have a nice majority of people that I know who have graduated college and they still find themselves stuck in the same position that they were at financially 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago whenever they decided to join college. And I gotta tell you, as a person who sees that, that's very, very depressing, and it's just very infuriating because honestly, I can't tell you how many times I was being told, all of us at one point in high school being told that college is the best way. It is the way out. Especially when you're telling kids, like baby kids like me from the hood, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna get it. Like, no, it's so misleading, and it's so frustrating that, a lot of people find themselves getting that education and still trying to find a secure job. So trade school route obviously is something that I'm here to talk about today. I am a realtor, a licensed realtor, and I have been since 2015. And I have done only trade school to get my license. I have not done any college courses. It only cost me at the time $500 or $550 for the courses. Now they're $700, 5 years, 6 years later, okay? But that's still so much more affordable than what most people pay in college. And we're gonna go over that today. So if you are looking for that entrepreneur route, or if you're not even wanting to be an entrepreneur, but you're looking for a good career route that doesn't involve college, honey, let's come talk. And again, as always, enjoy the show. Now, one important reason why you should join a trade school versus doing college is that you have a great chance to get a great paying job and a career quicker than doing the college route. People can say that's not true. That is true. It's somewhat true. It's a pretty strong opinion that I have, but it's honestly very valid. A lot of people that I know are still looking for jobs that are more minimum wage, or not even minimum wage. They're not long-lasting, fulfilling jobs where you're gonna get benefits, you're gonna get raises. For doing all of that college for 4, 5, 6 years and to still fight for minimum wage jobs, that's not fun. And most people that I know that graduated college are in that position. So when I say, like you can't really get good money in college, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying that it's gonna take you a long time, probably longer than you realize. Because especially when I got accepted to Portland State University, because everybody says, oh, you never tried. Well, you're right, I never did. But when I looked at the numbers for my first year of how much it was gonna cost me just for tuition, we're not talking about room and board, we're not talking about any of that BS, okay? It was gonna be $50,000 for just the first year. That's including my $20,000 scholarship that I got from the school. Okay, great. So if I do a program for 4 years, or a major, I should say, in 4 years, and I am thankful enough to graduate in 4 years, get my bachelor's degree, whatever, okay? You're gonna tell me that I'm gonna be over $100,000 in debt? Especially if you guys seen me when I was 19, what the girl, I was a mess. If you had seen me at 19, you would have been praying to it's crazy that I made it this far. And the fact that, the educators in high school that I had, they were so comfortable with saying, no, who cares about your debt? Who cares about having college debt, because you can pay it off later. It's like, huh? You want me to risk my credit score? You want me to risk my future because you think it's cute to just pump college because you're being paid to pump? Never mind. Never mind, that's a whole different video. Again, that's why I do get so passionate about this topic, is because, when you are an impressionable teenager, or not even impressionable, but when you are not even an adult yet, and you have educators telling you that you gotta do college because that's the most effective way, it's really, really misleading. For me, again, if you're able to get a job like this as a realtor in less than a year and have an opportunity to make more than 6 figures, maybe it takes you 2 years or 3 years to do it. But even if it took you 5, 6 years to make 6 figures in real estate after doing 1 year of trade school, you're not gonna have as much debt that you would have had with just 2 years of doing college and not even completing college to get a degree. You're gonna have more debt in 2 years in college in most cases versus doing 1 year in a trade school. I don't care what anybody says, but if you look at it that way, doing college is just stupid, especially if you come from a situation where you're not financially stable as it is. It's not that you can't be successful in college, but you shouldn't be just babied by these teachers from your high school. Like, no, just do this, just do this. No, don't listen to them because that sounds crazy. If you haven't even considered trade school, just consider it because nobody's gonna get mad at you if you do trade school. A college, a community college especially, won't reject you if you decide to go to the college route if the trade school doesn't work out. But at least you do the trade school route first and then you don't accumulate debt. And if you don't like it, then again, there's the college route. But college should be a secondary option for most people. And whether you love me or you hate me for that statement, it's a true statement. Because again, if I had gone college route at Portland State at 19 years old and I was 25 with over $100,000 in student loan debt, I would be a wreck. I would not have any properties. I would not have any type of financial freedom where I can come and make YouTube videos on a weekend at my house and then drive 5 days a week to San Diego, go sell properties, help clients buy homes and drive back here all the time. I wouldn't be able to live this type of lifestyle and make my own schedule if I had all that debt that I had to worry about. I would have to go get 3 separate 9-to-5 minimum wage jobs and barely make my payments on time for college. That. I mean, but you know, everybody to each his own. Want to be like that? Go do that. Even my clients that do trade schools, unions, and programs like that, they are all making, if not 6 figures, a nice 5-figure salary where it's like 80, 90 grand, and they have no student loan debts. They have no college history, and it's like, they're clean slate. And that's why I get mad when these teachers and these educators don't tell you that. They think shit's sweet out here and it ain't. I'm not saying don't join college, but if you have been told nothing but college, look at some trade school routes. You could be a plumber, you could be an electrician, you can be a hairstylist, your own barber, and have your own barber shop. You can do all of that by just going to trade schools for that. And it's gonna cost you anywhere from $500, $700, $1,000, maybe a couple grand, but if that's all it costs you versus having potentially $50,000+ in debt for the rest of your life, which pill do you want to take? Another reason why you want to have a trade school route versus a college route is that you're going to have more time for all of the things that you want to do in your life, whether it's not just building up your entrepreneur life, your businesses, your family life, people that you love and care about, because whether you believe it or not, you need some balance in life, especially if you're going to become an entrepreneur. If you just work, that's great, but you're going to go cuckoo, you're going to go super crazy, and you're going to get mentally burned out. When you do a trade school, you are not going to get as burned out as you are with having all of those essays, exams, these quizzes and Zoom, meetings and shit with your freaking professor. I don't know how that works right now. I can only imagine what that's like. And I mean, I'm sorry, but you are able to get more of your time back and enjoy your life again and still have a good chance to make great money in life by doing a trade school route. Because again, if you have kids and you're over here trying to study for an exam to hope to get 6 figures in 4 to 8 years, it's really, it can get depressing. Or you just want to have multiple streams of income, whether you're driving for Lyft, or you're also a barber and you work for a barber shop, and then you also sell clothes online. You don't have to necessarily be like a crazy, a realtor and a lawyer, all that shit to make that good money in trade school. You don't need it. These are all going to be way more beneficial because in this scenario, when you're doing a trade school, you have more time to do side businesses, hang out with family, friends if you want. But if you're doing college, you probably got to get a full-time job to pay for those debts that you have with school. On top of that, to pay for debts for your car, your house, your cell phone, the rent that you pay. Like, there's a lot that's going to start adding up. I'm not going to go to a public university. No, I'm not going to go to a private university. I'm going to go to a community college if I decide to get a bachelor's degree. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not going to be in a lot of debt by the time I'm done because I've already set up myself financially where if I decide to do that, it's not going to be a financial burden for me anymore. But if you just start college, and you don't have any money and you're financially unstable, and then you graduate expecting to get that good job. Most people who graduate don't get a good job for another 4 to 8 years. A lot of people that do the college route, they think that they're better. Some think that they're better just because they did that, and then they still are struggling trying to find a way to get a good paying job to help pay for those debts. All that smack talking that they were doing to people who didn't go to college. I gotta tell you, I had a lot of people that were like, oh, he's not going to college. He thinks he's great. What is he going to do? Look at where I'm at. There's gonna be so many more opportunities to get better paying jobs, careers in a trade school route in less time and with less debt. A huge difference in the debt compared to doing college. Lastly, another important reason why you should do trade school versus the college route is that you can do not just one, not just two, but as many trade schools as you please. I mean, of course, as long as you're doing all of them consistently, but I'm pretty sure if you have anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 that you're about to put into college, and that's all you really have, use that $5,000 or $6,000 on 2 to 3, 4 different trade schools and be licensed in 3 to 4 different fields and make some good money. I mean, with that statement alone, I don't know if I should really explain anymore. I don't want to go on a whole tangent because I know I do that. But again, as a realtor now, I'm gonna go into different trades. Do I want to have my own barbershop one day? Okay, I'll be real. Yeah, I do. So I am most likely gonna go for my barber license. And I don't expect to cut the hair. I expect to, cut here or there, practice, master the craft, but then to get barbers that I respect in the industry and have them at my shop. I want to change the game, right? I want to do things in my own area that are outside of real estate. And I can do that very easily, and I can afford it. Now, with real estate, how it's helped me in my life, I also know how to cook somewhat, and I want to maybe master my skills as a chef. I am most likely going to go to culinary school in the next year or two. Not even most likely, I will. So I already have 2 different trade schools that I can join at any time. And as long as I can afford it, which I can because it's way more affordable than college, go that route versus the college route. Now let's go the other route with college. If you are wanting to do a certain major, if you want to be a school teacher and you go for education, and then 2 years into it, you decide that you want to do a sports therapy, so you go into a different major, completely separate. Well, they're all going to laugh at you, your professors, the college. You're gonna be here forever, but okay, go ahead, because of course they're gonna take on a new debt for you. It's extra money that they're gonna get. Whether they don't get all of it, they're gonna take debts out. Of course, you want a debt, you get a debt, you get a debt, you get a debt. Change your major, and now you're getting punished for it by getting a new debt with the new major and then having to pay back for the old debt that you accumulated with the major you didn't complete. And that's not cool for a lot of people because you're never going to be able to pay them back. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who are very successful at college and they're millionaires. So I'm not saying that college is horrible, but I am saying if you are in a certain financial situation that's not good, you come from a rough situation where you really are barely just making it on your own financially and you're supporting yourself, just don't do college yet. I'm being honest, as your friend that I don't know, don't do it because it's always going to be there. Trade schools are always going to be there, but in this scenario with the trade school route, you're going to be able to find the one school that's going to make you happy. And if after 3 schools you don't find yourself completing anything, well, you might just want to go get a job somewhere and call it a day. Because I'm sorry, if you don't find a passion that you, or a path, I should say, in trade school after 2 or 3 schools or different trades that you're going for, if you still can't find something that you're passionate about, you may not just need to do the entrepreneur route. You may not even want to do the college route at that point because you really aren't dedicating your time, or you're not even giving yourself time to have a passion. So stay tuned for this upcoming week because you're going to get some fun vlog stuff. That sounds so stupid, but you're gonna get some more personal stuff. You're gonna see where I'm gonna be at for my birthday. I am turning 25 and I gotta live like it's my last. I was trying to rhyme, but that's totally whatever. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have an amazing rest of your week.